in order for people to understand what the heck we're talking about, or what these visions are, they need to understand these, what the future is, or what leaping in the future means, what it brings, what are these foreign things that are coming our way.
Hi everyone, here we are today with a new topic that we would like to share with you, part of our Localizing Ideas podcast series. The many visions and initiatives of Arab leaders for the next decades. Hi Wissam, how are you?
Hi Rita, how are you? I'm good.
I'm fine, thank you. I have some questions for you. Shall we start?
Yes, definitely.
Let me know what kind of changes are happening in the Arab region now.
Wow, that's a big question. There's a lot of changes that have been happening in the Arab region. Big changes. If you look back for the past, the changes are happening on two fronts. Politically, there's big political changes. The political, if you want, map of the region and alliances in the region are changing, and power struggles really. And the second big change is cultural. Okay, for the past decade, or for the past, decade, let's say, we've seen Arab leaders thinking, being forward thinkers and putting visions for their countries and the region. Okay, so you've been hearing a lot about, let's say, Vision 2030, Vision 2050, visions for the next 100 years. There's a lot of initiatives that have been happening, or they've been initiated. Okay, there's a reshuffling of priorities. We can feel that. Okay, from 50 years ago, or 50 is a lot in this region. Let's say 20 years ago, the priorities were going towards, let's say, building the states and building these countries and forging the alliances. But now we are seeing that priorities have really gone towards, the leap towards the future. Okay, leaping towards the future and changing the whole, culture of, not changing it, but opening up to the world. Arab leaders are really moved from being close to the world culturally to really opening up to the world culturally. So there's no doubt that there's a complete reshuffling of priorities. And there's a quick acceleration to modernize, correct? So we can take Saudi Arabia, for example, as a great case study, or as the most, now live case study. The fear of opening up and being really traditional and conservative as a country has quickly shifted to more liberation and more of a liberal spirit being induced in this country, and projects and visions to really modernize very quickly and take Saudi Arabia from what it was 10 years ago or 20 years ago to, throwing it or leaping into the future, heads on. Big initiatives, big dreams, big projects, reshuffling of everything, investing in the infrastructure again. There's a lot of different things happening, and quick things and big things.
Yeah, it's happening really fast.
Yeah, definitely. So what is happening in the Arab region? Everything is happening in the Arab region, and this is great for everybody, for all businesses and for people in general.
Wissam, what is the reason for all these plans and visions?
So the most obvious reason, in my opinion, is oil dependency. As we know, Arab countries have been reliant heavily on oil, okay, and their economies have been shaped by oil, okay. Arab leaders realize that at one point the oil will, be over, and if there's no substitution to that oil, the economies will die and the countries will die. So, Arab leaders have put priorities in creating or shifting their dependency on oil by creating alternative economies or parallel economies or investing in other things. So we're talking here mainly education, and these are the basics, right? Education, infrastructure, alternative energy, and healthcare. Okay, so these are key to boosting the economy and become less reliant on oil.
This is great.
Also, there's a geopolitical aspect to all of this. So owning the future, right? Because that's the main, if you want, the main thesis of all of these visions. Owning the future and being leading this leap to the future. So owning the future is mainly, securing a seat at the big boys table, right? So these big visions have big objectives. So once you are leader in what's going to happen in the future, then you have a say, you have a word. I mean, you become a decision maker. So the stronger the economy is, the stronger the ties with other economies. So by having your economy strong, then you have stronger ties with other big economies.
Yeah, definitely.
And that will widen your political influence. So that's what's happening today. They're establishing or creating or launching all of these new visions, the Arab leaders, so that in the future they will have even stronger economies, non-oil dependent economies. And by doing that, they will forge a relationship with other big economies, and then they will become more decision makers, and have influence over the rest of the economies in this world.
So all these visions, all these initiatives, what will they bring to the new Arab world? What are the changes?
Well, for one thing is stability, okay? And stability is, it's taken for granted in countries like, let's say, Canada or established modern worlds, let's say first world countries. But in our region of the world, stability doesn't exist.
Yeah.
A strong economy brings stability. And stability by default attracts global businesses and investments. So when you see, and you can see that now happening in the Emirates, right?
Yeah.
It's been happening for the past I don't know how many years, and now it's gonna be accelerated. So the more stable these countries are for longer periods of time, the more they will attract businesses and investments and money, basically. So, and with that, an influx of people looking for new opportunities will also be attracted to come to this region, right? So they will come for many reasons. They will come for new opportunities and new experiences as well. And I think the Emirates is doing a great job into providing opportunities and new experiences, opportunities and experiences. And Saudi Arabia is also aggressively investing into that to attract people, tourists, workers, and you name it, businesses, investments. So this is important.
Okay. Going back to our daily bread and butter, what role does localization play in these visions?
Yes, what role? Well, it plays a big role, bigger than what might people think. So, a flourishing economy is a magnet to businesses and investment and people from all over the world, right? So, for businesses to succeed, they need to resonate with the Arab target audience. And resonating means having a proper communication strategy, communication in Arabic. So localization here plays a big role, and businesses who adopt or put in place a solid localization strategy for their businesses will reap the benefit quickly.
Yeah.
Also, an important point here that I would like to tackle, these visions are great and big. However, leaping into the future needs to be backed up or backed by your people. Because if you don't have support from your own people, you will have trouble or a hard time achieving your objective as a country. Hence, leaping in the future brings a lot of foreign concept with it, because let's face it, technology technology is not being created yet here, and it's not homegrown. So we're importing all of those ideas, technology, the metaverse, and all of that. These are not homegrown, let's say, concepts. So in order for people to understand what the heck we're talking about, or what these visions are, they need to understand these, what the future is, or what leaping in the future means, what it brings, what are these foreign things that are coming our way. So it's not only foreign businesses coming here, it's also local initiatives have to be explained properly. So yes, we're importing foreign ideas and foreign technology, but it's very important for this technology to be well localized, and these ideas and concepts and visions have to be localized for the Arab people, because you need them to back you up. So it happens both ways, right? Communication is an integral part of advancing societies. And localizing visions of the future starts by localizing ideas. And that's what we do.
Well, thank you, Wissam. I think that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening to us. I really hope you're enjoying our topics, and we will get back to you with new ideas very soon. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channels. Bye-bye.
Bye.